I'm here. What's up, guys? Broken Prophet here, and I'm out here in nature, out on the homestead, Hoodoo Central 2.0, and I just figured, why not go out here, set up, and just talk to y'all for a little bit. And I know the sound may be off somewhat, you know, moving takes a lot of funds, and so I use most of that up with moving. So I'm saving up for one of those fancy little gizmos that you clip right here, and it like puts the audio right in there. But y'all should be able to hear me over the wildlife and stuff. Got stuff zooming around here now. Yeah, y'all, I live on a dirt road and I love it. I love it. I love it. But as I'm out here enjoying the peace and the quiet, I know some of my city folks like, how's it peace? And after a while you don't even hear, the song of nature, which we should, and it should never be a bother. But anyway, as I'm sitting out here enjoying it, and I'm even enjoying the heat. It's 4 degrees hotter than Hades down here. So if y'all see me glistening, it's not, it is sweat. But let me tell you how hot it is down here in Hoodoo Central 2.0. I, now I have well water. Well water is awesome, but it's also a little hard on your skin. So, when I, take a shower or whatnot, I found myself like drying up. And if I don't put on lotion, after I shower with that well water, and I'm saying well, like the water comes from a well. Now before y'all start thinking I'm like pumping the water up, no, wells have come a long way, guys. Go back out to nature. But anyway, after I shower with that well water, what happens is I found my skin will dry out, and if I don't put on lotion, I lock up like a dead bug, and I'm like, you gotta make it to the lotion. But so yesterday, I couldn't find my lotion, but I had some coconut oil, and I blame you hoteppers and all natural folks for this mess, for what is about to happen. So I slathered myself with coconut oil, and I felt all right. Then I went outside, and that sun started hitting my coconutted up tail. Y'all, I swear I started smelling like coconut shrimp at the Chinese food restaurant. Right hand to let me stop lying. But I did feel like I was being fried like some chicken. So now, shea butter, feeling much better. All right. But anyway, let me get back on topic. Guys, I did edit the Patreon information. It's only $7 across the board, and I just uploaded some things. So y'all feel free to go to my Patreon, being more active. It's just something about being back in my natural element. I was born and raised in Atlanta, grew up Southwest, but I would always come out to the country to visit relatives, and that was always the happiest moments, just being out here. Now that I'm out here permanently, I love it. I love it. So now that I'm out here, I feel kind of like my old self again, like we said during the live stream yesterday, very tumultuous year that I had. And, y'all rock with me, y'all stayed, and now that I'm in my element, hey, the sky's the limit. We're going to be out here doing things. What do y'all young folks always say? We out here. We out here. And, a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff is over on Patreon, including the live streams. I do not leave the live streams up, no matter how awesome they are. I don't leave them up. I put them over on Patreon, $7 a month. Will go towards the new microphone doodad, but also you guys will be able to see that stuff. All right? So anyway, what was I saying? I was, just sitting here loving the peace, loving the quiet, and loving the fact that I really don't have neighbors that I ain't kin to. And this, man, I don't know if y'all can see, but look, look, woods, woods, woods. woods. Look at this. I even have, look, I got the moss hanging from the trees, which I'm going to be using to make a doll with later. But anyway, I digress. So I'm out here and I'm like, no more nosy neighbors that I had up there. No more just blah. But I started thinking, a lot of you don't have that luxury. Y'all have nosy neighbors, people just being nosy and coming by. And I know we were just talking about lodestones. And I'm like, let me give the people a working that they can use to do away with the nosy neighbors using the lodestone. And all you're gonna need is a lodestone, some string, and some papers. Now I like to use the rolling papers. Not that y'all know I do not partake, but I do, use tobacco in workings. And when I use tobacco, well, I just buy, the pack of Bugle or whatever out the store, and it always comes with rolling papers. So I'm like, well, instead of throwing them away, waste not, want not, why not use them? Now, how do we use, I know some of you, and I hope some of you are asking this question. Some of y'all are like, well, Prophet, a lodestone attracts. Wouldn't that attract the nosy neighbor? Understand a magnet has two polarities. It attracts and it also repels. Y'all remember we used to play with magnets when we were a little kid, and you like click them together, but then you flip one around, and then it's like, it's pushing away, it's pushing away. It was like the coolest thing when you were a little kid, right? So we're going to reverse the polarity of this. Now you cannot do that because a lodestone automatically doesn't have a north and a south. It's just generally attractive. But what you do is you mask that ability. And you'll take you some paper. It doesn't have to be rolling paper. It can be any kind of paper. And then you write down the name. You don't even have to write, but I like to be specific because a lot of us know specifically who is bothering us, right? So you can write down. If you don't know and you just want a general protection, you don't have to write anything. But don't be surprised if you don't write down a specific name or a group of people or a target when your family is like, you live too far. I don't feel like coming out there. But then you take that and you wrap your lodestone with it. It don't have to look pretty, just enough to cover it up. Then you take your string, twine, whatever you got, and you just bind it all up. There's no specific way to tie this up. You just want to make sure that it stays put on the string and still, still wrapped up. So it's going to be like that. And the Bible verse for this is Amos chapter 7, verse 7 and 8, which says, and thus he shewed me. And the Lord stood upon a wall made by a plumb line, with a plumb line in his hand. And the Lord said unto me, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, a plumb line. Then the Lord said, behold, I will set a plumb line in the midst of my people Israel, shall not pass by them anymore. Now, the gravity of this working is, well, those of you who are into like masonry, like actually building stuff, you know what a plumb line is. It's like one of the earliest forms of a level. See, the Lord stood upon a wall made by a plumb line. Well, the wall has to be level. So the plumb line helps it to be level. Okay? So you're taking a measure of your enemies. And now think about the last part. I will set a plumb line in the midst of my people Israel. I will not pass by them anymore. Think of the gravity of this. The Lord himself saying, you know what? I'm not even going by your house no more. I ain't even going by your house no more. This will not keep the Lord from going by your house, but this will keep like the other people. Remember, we all have the God spark inside of us, and people will find like, I just don't want to mess with that person no more. I don't want to go over there. I don't want to troll. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I need to find something else to do with my life. And normally what you would do is you could tie it up in a tree. Hold on, let me see if I can let y'all see. And you'll tie it up in a tree. Trying not to get snake bit messing with y'all. Because you know, snakes are not really out this time of day in the heat, but they are up under logs. And there you go. It's just that simple. There we go. Phew. And there, it's up in the tree. Wait, let me point to it so I can see if, yep, it's up in the tree right there. Y'all bear with me, I'm still working with this stuff. And I'm not editing any of this stuff out. Y'all just gonna see me struggling with the camera. It is what it is. So, it's there and it'll keep unwanted folks away, okay? Now, y'all love to overthink it. Don't go thinking, but it's gonna keep my mama away. Is it gonna keep my baby dad? No, remember, unwanted people. And we're not talking, hey, little dragonfly. Y'all said dragonfly, but down here we call them skeeter hawks because they do like chase mosquitoes and stuff. So we call them skeeter hawks down here. But no, it's not gonna keep the people that you care about away. All right, the people that you want to visit. It's not gonna stop the mailman from bringing your stimmy or anything like that. But negative people, prying eyes, people who are just being nosy for the sake of nosiness, keep them away. All right? All right, guys, thank y'all so much. And, you know, like I said, yeah, we back home now. We back home now. All right, so let me get this edited and everything. And, you know, I'll probably hop on Bigo. You know, if you want to see like my, you know, all the different forms in which you can contact me, it'll be in the closing screen. Look, I'm pointing here, like I'm gonna put it here. Y'all know I never can figure out where to put the dang on thing. It'll be somewhere. All right, just watch the video all the way to the end and you'll get it. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. God bless, and trim your wicks and get to working. Peace, folks.